It's good. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. It's like Cars 2 if it was a good movie or something. So like 2 days ago, I made a video on Sonic 2 giving my thoughts on it before I actually went and saw it on the 15th. And it's the 16th. I saw it yesterday and it was pretty good, I'd say. I had some issues with it, but overall it was pretty great. Even better than the first, honestly. Following this movie's development has been a pretty wild ride, honestly, because I remember the day it was announced and the logo reveal and then that trailer and then finally the movie is out. Oh my god. Fun times, but now that it's out, I guess I have to review this this film that was released. I'll get on to the negatives first so I can just absolutely gush about this movie. Don't worry, there aren't many. The wedding scene. This isn't a very unpopular opinion, but yeah, I mean, it was fine. It just went on for way too long. It just could have ended like, there are parts where it feels like it could have ended there, but it just keeps going and going. It was funny and all, but like, did it really need to go on as long as it did? It's like a problem I had with the first movie where the pacing was too fast. It's like the opposite. The pacing here is way too slow. But that's only really the wedding bits. Everything else is fine, but yeah. I remember at one point during the wedding scene, one of the wedding scenes near the end of the movie, I was like, remember when this was Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Also, Maddie's sister Rachel, who was like the best character in this movie, her wife, god damn it, Okay, so like, it turns out everyone at the wedding were gun agents, and they came to capture Sonic and Tails, since they came back with a warp ring from Siberia, which I'll go on later about, but yeah, it turns out he's a gun agent, so is the fucking priest as well, which was funny. But, yeah, she tries to kill him, and it's really funny. And then they make up after he gets tased by the Olive Garden man from the first movie. But, like, after that, I don't think they make a single appearance in the movie at all after that. So, yeah. I don't really like how they underutilized Agent Stone in this movie, who was, very gay for Eggman. He makes lattes and, like, with, like, him and Eggman little hearts on it. It's, like, looking, I was like, yeah, they're gay. But I don't like how he's underutilized here. I like him in this movie a lot, but he's just kind of shafted so they can have the Knuckles and Eggman dynamic, and I just wish he was in it more, you know? I would have liked him to see him with all three of them. That would have been nice. Also, Eggman fucking flaws in this movie. It wasn't really that funny, but whatever, I guess. I'm also not a big fan of the dance-off in Siberia. Like, the whole Siberia scene was great, minus the dance-off. I just was very conflicted on that, and it just went on for too long, and it wasn't very funny either. I did like the way the humans were dancing, though. That was neat. Alright, on to the positives. There are a lot, and by a lot, I really mean a lot. First things first, Idris Elba does a fantastic job as Knuckles. Never thought I'd see a British Knuckles in my life, but here we are. It was nice to see Knuckles as a big deal again, especially after like a whole decade of him just being a joke, like in Forces and Lost World. So it was nice to see him like actually be Knuckles again. He's really naive in this movie. It's like really funny. Alina O'Shaughnessy also does a great job as Tails. As usual, she has been voicing him since Boom. I've always really liked her as Tails. So yeah, she does great in this movie. Ben Schwartz also does a great job as Sonic in this movie. Like again, as usual. I really liked him in the first movie, and he does even better here, in my opinion. So that was neat. I love how unhinged Jim Carrey is in this movie. It's something that was teased at the end of the first one, but he really goes all in for this one, and I absolutely love him. He's hilarious, man. Except for when he floss. I hated that. I just don't like Fortnite, okay? But I do love the animation in this movie. It looks incredible, like much better than the first one. You didn't notice a pattern with this movie, but it looks really good. I love the action. I love the way Sonic and Knuckles look when they're fighting each other near the end of the movie. It just all looks so good. It just, this movie. I love how the Master Emerald works in this movie, where it's like not a one giant emerald, it's just all 7 within one big emerald. And you know, I think that's kind of neat. You know, I wouldn't mind if they like changed that up in the game's lore, but it's just really neat in my opinion. You know, again, not an unpopular opinion, I just really like that concept. Also, Knuckles gets hit by a car earlier in the movie by Tails. I just think that's really funny to me. I don't know, it's really funny. He also just falls off the tornado later in the movie, which is even funnier. He doesn't even get hit off like in Sonic Mania. No, he just decides to fall off by choice, and it's great. I love how more of Longclaw and the Echidna Tribe's backstories were explored in this movie too, because like it was just kind of brushed over in the first movie, but in this one they go deep into it in this neat little animated sequence. It's pretty cool, and I like that they actually gave that depth. I loved the Knuckles and Sonic fight near the end of the movie. In fact, I love the whole climax of the movie. That is, in my opinion, where this movie peaked, to be honest. Getting to see Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles all fight alongside each other was great, and I really was smiling so hard in the theater, even if I was wearing a mask, but that's not the point. Though I'm going to have to dock points for there not being a Team Sonic or a Sonic Heroes reference. Come on, it was right there. You could have done it, guys. Come on. Seeing the death of Grabo was pretty cool. The scene of Eggman building it with his emerald powers was pretty great as well. That was pretty epic. It went really hard. But the best part of both the climax and just the entire movie in general was seeing Super Sonic. Like, that was great, actually. My brother, my friend, and even my sister, we were all screaming when we saw Super Sonic. Though we were pretty much the only ones there screaming because there's barely anyone in the theater for this movie. Weirdly enough, you'd think for a movie called Sonic the Hedgehog 2, there'd be more people in the theater, but it's whatever. Another highlight was definitely the post-credits scene. As soon as the gun agent said 50 years ago, I instantly knew, holy shit, holy fuck, it's my boy, Shadow. And yeah, Shadow. Yeah, we were all screaming again. I actually brought my Shadow plush to this movie, not really knowing it was him. He was going to be in the post-credits, but that was really neat seeing my boy on the big screen. It's like, Shadow's my favorite Sonic character, so that was pretty epic. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts on Dog the Hog 2. Overall, I thought it was a pretty great movie. You know, as the movie, in the first half of the movie, I was kind of like, yeah, this is good and all, but I kind of prefer the first movie. And then that second half of the climax just slapped me right in the face. That was great. That was just indescribable. It's like, not like No Way Home, but for Sonic fans, I actually prefer this to No Way Home. You know, it's funny to think that there are two things called Sonic 2 that just really mean a lot to me. The game, because that was the first game I ever played. That's the first game I remember playing anyway. And the movie, because it's just everything I wanted from a Sonic movie and more. It was just, I love both deeply, and they mean a lot to me, and I think that's great. So yeah, I recommend this movie. Don't really got anything else to say about this. This review's already gone on long enough, so yeah. Go watch Sonic 2. It's really good. Bye.